Hey y'all, it's Draco. I'm just making a quick response to SlimXTeamPurplePanda's video about the Gravekeepers Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Um, let's go ahead and get started with that. Um, for the monster lineup, first off, 3 Gravekeeper Spies. These are an absolute must for any Gravekeepers deck. They're your special summoning engine, they're a wall, they are just awesome. They set up so many combos. Next up, Gravekeeper's Descendant. These guys are one of the key cards to this deck. I honestly can't say enough about them. They are the center of so many combos with the deck. Um, you can destroy all kinds of stuff with them. They're decent even as synchro killers for that matter because of that effect. Gravekeeper's Commandant, you have to run 3 of these. These are your just in case you don't have Necro Valley kind of thing. Or I should say you don't have it in hand. You have to use these in order to pull it to hand quicker. These basically make it where you have 6 Necro Valleys in the deck. Or more, if you got a build like mine. Slim mentioned in his video he only used 1 of these. I used 3. Gravekeeper's Assailants. These are awesome. They are your synchro killers. Take down a Sheehan, a Stardust even if you're lucky. Yeah, they're just amazing. They're also good fodder for cards like Allure of Darkness and whatnot. Double Recruiter. I was told at one point it would be best to run 3, but I only run the 2 because it's all I really need. These guys have been awesome with the deck. They are a must for Gravekeepers. They're also decent walls with Necro Valley on the field, 2000 defense. This is where things get a little weird. Double Priestess. These are your substitute Necro Valleys. They also give a 200 boost, an extra 200 boost to your Gravekeepers. You can use these with Royal Tribute instead of the actual Necro Valley. It makes things a lot easier with that. Oh, and they're also good tribute fodder, by the way. Gravekeeper's Chief. Speaking of tribute fodder, these are a 1 sack, but when they're tribute summoned, you can special summon any Gravekeeper from your graveyard, and your graveyard is no longer affected by Necro Valley. So it can make things really awesome for you, but if you're not careful, it could also fuck you over in the end. And they're 24 beat sticks with Necro Valley on the field, so that's kind of awesome for level 5. The one monster that makes this a total beatdown deck, Gravekeeper's Visionary. Yes, I do have 1 common, 1 super. These guys are amazing. You can pull 1 out with 1 tribute if you're using Gravekeeper. And it gains 200 attack for every Gravekeeper in your graveyard. As the game progresses, they just get stronger. 25 base with Necro Valley on the field. Yeah, they're just amazing beat sticks. And you can save them if they'd be destroyed by ditching a Gravekeeper from your hand. Also, Slim mentioned this guy in his video as being overlooked. I agree. Gravekeeper's Guard. This guy is another synchro killer. He sends them back to the extra deck. And you can do the same with any other monster back to the opponent's hand. It's awesome against just about any deck. If you're running Gravekeepers, I'd suggest running at least 1. It's also an awesome wall. Spell cards. Necro Valleys. You must run Necro Valleys. These are the central card to Gravekeepers. The 500 attack and defense boost, the graveyard lockdown, it is awesome. Run them. Two Gravekeeper spells. These are amazing. Use them in conjunction with Royal Tribute to bring the monsters that you discarded back to your hand. And they are unaffected by Necro Valley, which is really awesome. Pull just about any Gravekeeper you need back to your hand. Sorry, I've got a bit of an itch here on my leg. Bug bites. Damn mosquitoes. But anyway, these are crucial to Gravekeepers decks. Run them if you have them. They're really easy to get to. They were common out of Absolute Power Force. So, speaking of Royal Tribute, run 2 of them. That is the maximum you can run. These are definite game changer early on. Up against 6 Sams, they're amazing. Especially if you pull them real early in the game, like first turn. They are awesome to use then. I use double MST. This is my primary spell in Trap Destruction other than Descendant. Really good, especially where 6 Sams are concerned. Get rid of a Gateway or a Temple if you don't already have Necro Valley on the field or in hand. They're also really good for getting rid of those damned Magatama things. Book of Moon, always a game changer. Can also be a synchro killer if you're lucky. Really good against Stardust Dragon, as well as some other synchros. Awesome for Brionic. Allure of Darkness. This is my draw power card. I know it requires you to remove a dark monster. That's part of the reason I run and trip with Assailant. Because sometimes I do end up having to use him. Actually, a lot of times I end up having to use him as removal fodder for this. But it's an awesome card nonetheless. Gives you an extra couple cards to work with. Yeah, I pretty well run it. I'd actually run that with any deck that uses dark monsters. Like, a lot. There's only one non-dark in this entire deck, and that's the Commandants. But now for the card that makes this an absolute beatdown. Solidarity. This is a killer for Gravekeepers. It increases their attack by an extra 800 if all the monsters in your graveyard are of the same printed type. Yeah, so even if Zombie World's on the field, it still works. I've been able to get a Gravekeeper's Visionary up over 7,000 attack because of these. It was pretty epic. Or, no, it was over 6,000, sorry. But either way, that's still ouch. Trap lineup. Double Rivalry. These are awesome against Lightsworns, Gladiator Beasts, Chaos, any of those decks that use several different types of monsters at once. With Gravekeepers, they're all spellcasters, so it's an awesome card to use with them. Dark Bribe. I use this instead of 7 Tools or Solemn Judgment, because obviously I don't have Solemn. I'll probably end up getting one of the fairy structures that has it in it here before long, but I really like Dark Bribe, even though it gives your opponent a +1. But it can stop a lot of game-changing cards. Like against 6 Sams, it can stop a Smoke Signal, it can stop one of those Magatama things. You know, it can even stop a Smoke Signal. Oh, I already mentioned that, sorry. Gateway. There we go. It can stop a gateway activation, which is really awesome. Torrential. This is a key card for just about any deck. Really good counter for like when your opponent's trying to swarm. Really good against light swarms or SAMs. Well, pre or post Sheen SAMs. If Sheen's already on the field, then you're screwed. But or if you already activated something else. But yeah, this is just an awesome card all around. And then finally, for the normal spells and normal traps that people run, Mirror Force. I really don't think I need to explain this one. It's one of the best defensive traps there is. Then the ones that I run that some people might not think of for Gravekeepers. Rite of Spirit. This is your Call to Haunted for Gravekeepers. This can pull back a game-changing Visionary. It can also pull back Tribute Fodder for one that's in your hand already. Can also bring out a decent wall. Use it to pull one of your spies back in defense. You got an instant 25 defender if Necro Valley's already on the field. Which, by the way, this does also get around the effect of Necro Valley. It states it directly in its effect. So that is really awesome. Magician's Circle. This one is severely overlooked for Gravekeepers. Anytime one spellcaster attacks, both you and your opponent can search your decks for a spellcaster with 2,000 or less, and special summon it, 2,000 or less attack, and special summon it to the field in attack position. From what I've noticed, there aren't too many decks other than Chaos or even Light Sworns that use spellcasters. That is the primary reason this card is in the deck. Sorry, excuse me. I use this to pull instant Visionaries because their base attack is 2,000. So I can pull them out with this, and then I'll have a huge beat stick to go ahead and deal some residual damage after my other battles have concluded. Or I can also use it to take down something else big that's already on the field. Chain Disappearance. This is an awesome card against SAMs, against Light Swarms, and Chaos. Against SAMs, it's a perfect counter against Kagemusha or Kageki, either one. Because both of them are very low attack. I'd prefer using it against Kagemusha because of the fact that he's a tuner. You pull this, you'll remove all of the monsters with that same name that your opponent has in their deck and in their graveyard. If they already have them in the graveyard, then you can't get rid of them if Necro Valley's out, but you can get rid of the one on the field as well as any others that happen to be on the field and any of the others that are in the deck. So this is an awesome card to run against SAMs. Light Swords and Chaos, they both use Raikou, so that's another one that's a good idea to do. And then this last one I have primarily because of Gravekeeper's Visionary. Proof of Powerlessness. If you have a level 7 or higher monster on the field, you can destroy all of your opponent's face-up level 5 and lower monsters. But you can't attack during the turn it's activated. You use this during your opponent's turn, they're fucked. That's the only word for it. Or boned, whichever one you want to use. And the best part is, with Visionary, he is very easy to keep out on the field. So this is an awesome card to run with him. Just to cut down on time, I won't deal with showing the side deck for now. I might do another video later on that's kind of a continuation to this that will show the side deck for it. I don't know. Or I might just go ahead and keep it a secret for now. But anyway, that is my Gravekeepers deck. Shout out to SlimXTeamPurplePanda as well as Dueling Prodigies. Those guys are awesome. Check out both channels. He's got a lot of content that's Yu-Gi-Oh related. Um, anyway, hope y'all like the build. Go ahead and comment, rate, subscribe. I'll see y'all later.